Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my Take on Tottenham. And first FA Cup video of the season for us, obviously third round of the FA Cup, and full time results: Tottenham 3, Morecambe 1. I wish I could come onto this video and be all, oh yeah, it was a routine win. It was a great win. Really, really great. Everything like that. It wasn't. It wasn't that simple. There was a long point of this match where I say we, I say I, but I think most Spurs fans probably were quite concerned of getting knocked out of the FA Cup. Yeah, we'll get into it because it's not the scoreline. I think flatters Spurs. I'm going to be honest saying that. And for 70 minutes of the game, Spurs didn't look like a team that were going to win. And realistically, the team that Spurs put out, the team that Antonio Conte put out, no disrespect to Morecambe at all, but it should have been enough to do the job today. And I think certain players have proven that wasn't the case. I thought really the substitutions really saved Spurs today. But let's get into it. 8 changes, as I was saying, bit of a change. 8 changes to the team. Galini, the likes of Galini coming in, Dele coming back into the starting lineup, Matt Doherty, Brian Hill, up front it looked like Ndombele starting, Sessegnon as well starting left wing back. Joe Rodon, who I was really actually quite happy to see because I'm a big fan of Joe Rodon, and he's not really had much chance under Conte, but he's also been struggling with injuries as well, so it's one of them. But I personally hope for Joe Rodon that he gets a loan maybe in January, go and get some regular first team football. So whenever he has been in the team, I've been really impressed with him. And it's you've had the absence of Christian Romero most notably recently, and I don't know. Conte likes his trio of Dyer, Sanchez, and Davies at the minute. So I really like Rodon. I'd like to see him more in the fray in the future. But I think at the minute, first team at Spurs is going to be a bit difficult. So I'd like to see him get a loan, but it was good to see him in the first team today. And I thought he had an okay game. Didn't blow anything away, but I thought it was solid. We'll get into a moment that involved Joe Rodon later, actually. So yeah, quite a few changes. Spurs had a couple of chances very early on as well, going close. Doherty hit the post as well. Look, one of those that he probably should have scored. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but I think Dele went for the overhead kick from a corner and it missed. Then Doherty went for like a header, I think it was, and it clipped the outside of the post. Sessegnon, I thought, was enjoying quite a lot of the ball down the left hand side, more so than Doherty on the right side. I thought Sessegnon saw plenty of the ball, had quite a few crosses, some good, some bad. A problem that Spurs are having at the minute with their crossing is that they're not picking anyone out. They're kind of hitting and hoping. They're sending the ball in not for anyone. They're just hoping someone will get on the end of it. And a lot of Sessegnon's crosses, I thought, caused issues. A lot of them low down. But realistically, again, not really finding anybody. And that was the problem again for Spurs. Another game, another load of crosses, another game where no one's getting on the end of them. But I thought Sessegnon had a good game. A bit frustrating at times, but good because he was getting forward. Like I said, we enjoyed a lot of success down that left side. Just didn't lead to any success, unfortunately. And then Morecambe got their goal. It was so poor for so many reasons. Let's do it in chronological order. So a long ball went through, and the Morecambe striker was chasing it down, but wasn't really like on Joe Rodon's back or anything, but was causing a bit of concern because you don't want to faff it around and then lose the ball, because then it's going to be through on goal and probably score. Joe Rodon was trying to shield, and it looked to me like Galini, he was shouting for him to come out, and Galini didn't come out, and it left Joe Rodon in a bit of a sticky situation where I have to credit him. because I wish that we'd done this so many times in the past. If in doubt, kick it out. You get taught that in Sunday League, everyone knows it. A lot of players don't do it, and then they concede and stuff. So Joe Rodon did the smart thing of booting it out because he had no options, he had no support. Galini, for some reason, I absolutely cursing. I could see Joe Rodon was so furious with Galini that he didn't come out for this ball. It was really frustrating. He had to boot it out. And then what happened? The resulting corner, Morecambe scored from. So you could say it was kind of Galini's fault. Because if he'd come out a bit more commanding, we would have hopefully, avoided the corner. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. We got the corner. And unfortunately, like I said, Morecambe scored from it. Ball basically evaded everyone. And in particular, the blame lies with Matt Doherty and Japhet Tanganga, two players who have been under fire recently, and their performances today really wouldn't have helped them either. Matt Doherty, I can't remember who the player, I think it was O'Connor for Morecambe, just went straight through the middle of them. Tanganga was marking him and let him just completely lost him, and Matt Doherty was actually marking another man and got so busy watching the ball that he just found himself like listing away from his man that he was actually supposed to be marking. Didn't see O'Connor coming through, and he's just gone straight through the middle. First time finish, and easy as light. And Morecambe must have been absolutely rubbing their hands at that. They were absolutely give. Poor defending. Premier League players. Poor defending. It's shameful. It was just poor. Absolutely poor. And Tanganga had a bad game against Chelsea as well. Not a good week for him. Came out second half. Delhi went close. Little flick from a corner. Really good save from the Morecambe keeper. Doherty had a shot where he was lining it up, and I was like, "Oh God, here we go!" And it went right into the rose there, I think it was. Delhi had a chance where he went down in the penalty area, claiming for a penalty. I didn't think it was a penalty personally. I thought he went down really easily. Play went on. Everyone kind of stopped. Ryan Sessegnon came through with the ball, left on his left foot as well, and just dragged the shot wide. And for me, that's a golden chance. Everyone had stopped. Everyone thought, oh, it must be a foul or something or whatever. Play carried on, and it was such a golden chance. And I think around this point, we were kind of going, it's going to be one of these days. It's going to be one of these days. And the team started to look stale. It wasn't very good. The subs happened. Thank God the subs happened. Delhi went off, Ndombele went off, and Brian Hill went off initially. And for the three players that I looked on the bench, and I thought they're the three that could change the game. We haven't got much strength in depth at Spurs. Bringing Kane, I'm sure if Sonny was fit, he would have been in the squad at least today. Bringing Kane, Skippy, and Lucas Moura on was, to me, the only game-changing substitutes you could have made, and luckily Conte made them. Ndombele came off, however, and was universally booed, and he went straight down the tunnel. It wasn't a good look. It wasn't good for anybody. But the dude had a poor game. It was a terrible game. Tanguy Ndombele is full of talent. I'm a massive fan of his. I really am. You watch my channel, you know how much I'm a fan of his. But his performance today was woeful, really. And a man of his quality, a man who, believes he's better than maybe he is, I don't know, should be, I'm sorry, no disrespect to Morecambe again, but should be tearing up teams like Morecambe. And it was such a poor performance from him. And right straight down the tunnel, not good. And then luckily the game started to change. You could immediately see a change in the pace of the game. Lucas bringing a lot of pace going forward. Skip bringing that control in midfield and the passing accuracy. And also Kane being that target man as well and really controlling possession in that final third as well, having to pass it out wide. It was such a better improvement from the whole team. They looked a lot better. Winks as well, I thought, looked a lot better for having those players on the pitch to pass to. And then we got the equaliser, and it was Harry Winks that it came in the form of completely accidental, free kick on the side. He wasn't shooting, it was going for a pass, but it's gone over everyone, gone in the top corner. Really good free kick if he meant it, but we'll take it. Kane missed a really big header, absolute sitter for him. Then we got the goal. Lucas Moura stole possession on halfway line, took it up, round the keeper, slotted it in. And then literally minutes later, the same thing sort of happened. Really, not the same thing, but Morecambe lost possession in the final third. Lasalso found Kane, and Kane slotted it in the bottom corner, and that's your match done. But it wasn't as simple as it was, and I've got to say, absolute maximum credit to Morecambe. I thought they really dug their heels in, and they played really well, and I feel bad for them in the sense that they'll be frustrated at the goals they conceded, but on a Spurs perspective, very frustrating performance still. I know we won, we're in the hat, that's good obviously, but it was not an easy game by any means, and these players, these fringe players that want to make this claim for first team, they've really got to improve. It could be the last game we've seen Matt Doherty. It could be the last game that we've seen Tongi Ndombele. Maybe Dele Alli. I don't know. January transfer window is here, so who knows? But not good. Wasn't a good performance at all. The substitutes, like I said, saved Spurs. So maximum credit again to Morecambe. Hold your heads up high, because I'd be proud of that performance. I thought they performed admirably, and like I said, if Spurs hadn't made the subs, we could have been in the next round, I think. So yeah, a lot of work to do for Spurs, that's for sure. So if you like what you've seen, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that. I will see you guys in the next video, which is on Wednesday or Tuesday, I think, with Carabao Cup again with Chelsea, and then Arsenal next weekend as well. So we'll see you guys for that as well. So I hope you like what you've seen. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about the game. What do you think about Tongi and Ndombele getting booed as well? Very interesting indeed. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, come on Spurs.